Hello friends, it's YDB Education and this is Ashutosh Bajpai. Our today's topic is Asean Summit, which took place in Manila from 13th to 14th of November. Let's discuss about ASEAN. What is this all about? So first, ASEAN stands for the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, and it was established on 8th of August 1967 in Bangkok, Thailand, with the signing of ASEAN Declaration, which is also known as Bangkok Declaration, by the founding fathers of ASEAN, means initially with the 5 countries named Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand. But after that, Brunei Darussalam then joined on 7th of January 1984. Later on, Vietnam on 28th of July 1995, Laos, PDR, and Myanmar on 23rd of July 1997. Then after, at last, Cambodia on 30th of April 1999. In this way, now ASEAN is a group of 10 member countries. More about ASEAN and member countries. Let's understand about the ASEAN and member countries and their capital, why these countries are important. So here is a picture on your screen. You can see first ASEAN, its secretariat is in Jakarta, and ASEAN countries covers the population of 626 million. And one more information is written here is the chair rotates annually among member states, means in a particular 1 year of one country will host the ASEAN Summit, as this year hosted by the Philippines. Its member countries: Brunei, Cambodia, Malaysia, Myanmar, earlier it was known as Burma, Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, Singapore, Laos, and last Indonesia. Why these countries are important in terms of exams? Because in exams, most of the exams will ask for these countries and especially their capital and population. So there is a capital also. So you can pause the video for 1 or 2 minute time, write down the capitals, and it's also covered the population and when these countries join the ASEAN group. So everything is on there. So please pause the video for 1 minute and then continue with the slide. We can understand about the ASEAN countries by their geographical location, why this group is really very important for the world, why all countries take interest in ASEAN Summit. Although the countries are not a part of ASEAN, there is only initial 10 members, but still all world fraternity and world communities take part in ASEAN Summit. Why is it so? So why? Just because of ASEAN countries' geographical location. All ASEAN countries are situated in South China Sea, and this area is dominated by the China. So this is the group which can fight against the China and China's policies. Let's discuss more about ASEAN. Its headquarters is in Jakarta, Indonesia, and this group was founded on 8th of August 1967. Its current general secretary is Mr. Lee Leong Min, and at present it's a group of 10 countries. And one additional information here is ASEAN covers a land area of 4.4 million square kilometers, which is almost 3% of the total land area of the earth. And one more thing is here I will add, like the South Association of Southeast Asian Nations is a regional intergovernmental organization, means ASEAN is a regional intergovernmental organization, means all countries dependent on each other. About 31st ASEAN Summit. 31st ASEAN Summit took place in Manila, Philippines from 13th to 14th of November 2017. And now very important thing is, like, this group, ASEAN group, completed its 50 years this year, and this was 31st ASEAN Summit. And one more very important thing I will add, and you can see on a screen there is a picture, and there is a theme. You will get this theme in an examination, like what was the theme of the 31st ASEAN Summit. So theme of the 31st ASEAN Summit was partnering for change, engaging the world. This was a 15th India ASEAN Summit also, means India also participated, although India is not a member country of the ASEAN, but Indian Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi went there and taken part in particular summit and had bilaterals with Asian leaders, as well as had a bilateral with POTUS, means President of the United States of America Mr. Donald J. Trump, on the sideline of the ASEAN. So this is also very important, like it was a 15th India ASEAN Summit. Here it's very important to know something about Philippines, because this summit took place in Philippines. So Philippines is a Southeast Asian country in the Western Pacific, comprising more than 7,000 islands, means this is an island country. Its capital is Manila, and it is famous for its waterfront promenade and centuries old Chinatowns. And its current president is Mr. Rodrigo Duterte. Here you can see on the right side on your screen is a picture of Mr. President. He is a very controversial personality, and he was in the news. And its currency is Philippines peso, official language English and Filipino. Some additional information about ASEAN. 13th ASEAN Summit took place in Philippines under the chairmanship of current President Mr. Rodrigo Duterte, and 32nd and 33rd ASEAN Summit is scheduled in Singapore, means next two summits will take place in Singapore, and the current Singapore Prime Minister is Mr. Lee Hsien Loong. So friends, I have tried to cover all important informations about ASEAN Summit. I hope that this video will be useful for you all for the next examination. So all the best for the examinations, and it's the YDB Education, and this is Ashutosh Bajpai, and I will say goodbye. We'll see you with the next video. Thank you.